Yo, 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 what is going on, YouTube? It is your boy, Pat Proverbs here from 1N fucking Gaming. Excuse me. Throwing up those heavy fucking ones. And what you guys are watching is 136 in 1. That's right, a 136 KD game with a 60 gun streak by Infamous. Harry, welcome back. It's Harry's like re-up on the channel, and I think he's got a new Xbox since his old one blew up. He's given out the Foul Stain Slums Hardpoint Multi-Team 2-man party with actually one of the winners of our Subscriber Sunday series, Joey. So 2-man, 136 in 1, 60 gun streak. Foul, Harry, welcome back. Now what I have for you guys today is a bit of a thought out, structured, obviously I didn't take notes on it, but more of a structured commentary. And as of recently, I've just had like some things going on, and like some talks with people about like being happy in life, and by no means do I claim to be Dr. Phil, guys, so please don't come to me with psychology based and sociology based questions. I do not. I did take an interest in psychology as an elective in college, but that is the extent of my experience with it, or human behavior and whatnot. So basically what I want to talk about throughout the course of this full-length gameplay, it's slightly sped up, as you can tell, because it is the full, like, 10 minutes or whatever. It's sped up like 115% of the actual video. So I want to talk a little bit today about finding yourself and personal callings and, basically, life purpose, and how at the end I'll draw it all together with like what I want you guys to take from the story. So when I came out of school a while back, like everyone knows I'm pretty old, and this is just, YouTube and 1N Gaming are very like big passions of mine. However, it's a hobby, it's not a profession, but for my teammates I would do anything because they're all really good friends of mine, and that's why we continue to grind for you guys and try to bring you guys thoughtful, insightful commentaries as well as the best content on YouTube. At any rate, we'll draw all the strings together at the end of this commentary. So when I graduated school back when the wheel was invented, and I'm talking college, at least the undergrad level, I went to work with someone. I went to work on a trading floor with a kid who was like this super genius, like Ivy League, like super genius. And we actually sat across from one another on the same desk, domestic equities stocks, for those of you who might not be, that big into the finance scene. And he was like this super, super, super genius. And I was not going to name names or anything like that, but at any rate, like this one day, and we made good money. I mean, he and I got along really well. We were complete opposites, but as far as like personality types go, like he's very quiet and reserved, like your typical brainiac. But he had a good sense of humor when it came down to it, like behind closed doors. So anyway, we're working. About a year and a half goes by, and at the time, one of the larger hedge funds, very prestigious place to work, gave him an offer that he took, and that was kind of the end of it. I mean, I stayed in touch with him, like, pretty like spottily over like the next 2 years, and I just assumed he was doing well. Like the kid could do no wrong in life. Like he was just one of those kids, had it all going for him. And about a year after that, like after my last assumption that he was doing all right, I was still at the place where we had worked, and actually I was leaving to start my own trading desk, my own company, and I got a text message, and over 3 years, a lot can happen to your cell phone and your contacts list, and I didn't know who it was from, and he spoke to me as if we were like great friends, and it was a question about his brother was applying to schools, and he wanted to know if I had any strings I could pull at my alma mater. And I actually did, and ultimately I did help him. But the point of this story was that it was the same kid who I had worked with for 2 years, who had moved on to be a head trader at a very prestigious hedge fund and had the world at his fingertips, could do whatever he wanted. And at the time, he was 28. Now, I found out about a year and a half later, after I had made some calls on behalf of his brother, that he was in med school at an Ivy League med school. Gave up probably making, $500,000 to $1 million in perpetuity for the rest of his life had he chose to go back to school, because he decided, albeit at age like 28, that he didn't want to do what he was doing, that it wasn't his calling, it wasn't what he wanted to do, and I guess he had found himself, and he went to med school, and about a year or two later, I had heard through someone, now I had already left the company that we had both started, or both were at, I heard from someone, like, through the grapevine, that he had graduated a year early in internal medicine, and was now heading up one of the sectors, or I should say sections or niches, of one of the best charities, or I should say charitable organizations slash actionable organizations, called Healing the Children. And at age like 32, he was like the head of one of those divisions. They basically travel the world to impoverished and underprivileged places and give medical care to, adolescents, young kids who really, they don't have anywhere else to go, and they do their best to help them and aid them as best they can. And it's basically what I'm trying to get at is that it's, and here's the punchline, it's never too late for you guys to decide in life what you actually want to do. Like, let's say right now, today, you already know what you want to do. You go out, you work real hard, you apply yourself, and you achieve it. Let's say it even takes you the next decade to get to where you want to be, or at least where you think you want to be starting today. And you get there and you decide that this isn't for you. This is something that it's too draining, or it's too emotionally charged, or I don't know, any number of things. It doesn't allow you any time for your hobbies, or something like that. It's never too late to change your course in life, or your profession, or find your calling. It's never too late, and I want you guys to know that. And I hope that this isn't so much of a motivational commentary as it is like a life lesson for you guys to understand that you're never trapped in a position that you can't get out from under. No matter what the odds are, you can always find a way out and get back on your feet. So, anyway, guys, so wraps up today's commentary. I hope it was rather insightful, and I hope you enjoyed the story of, let's just call him Friend X, that I have, and for anything and everything One Nation Gaming, keep it tuned right fucking here. Stay fucking beautiful, people. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like for us. Make sure you comment in the description if you have comment in the comment section if you guys have anything to add to that story or personal experiences as it may relate. Let's show you the scoreboard. Boom, yada doom, 136-1, 60 Gun Street. Harry, welcome back. Stay fucking beautiful. Take it easy.